Gentlemen, if you are going to succeed at this institution, you have one common goal: to learn your lessons. If you are placing your energies elsewhere, you will not succeed either with me or in your careers as military officers. I had hoped you would see that with a proper grasp of the artillery principles I've laid before you today, you would eventually learn to apply these principles with great effectiveness in your own field experiences. But since you seem unable to grasp these principles, I'm forced to conclude that I must repeat this lesson tomorrow, word for word.
Major, listen to them. The leaders of our intellectual future, screaming for the destruction of our nation.
Sir, President Lincoln's raising the troops.
I will not stay in a place where my students dishonor their country's flag. Major, I'm leaving for Pennsylvania tomorrow.
War's the sum of all evils. But if I know myself, all I am and all I have is at the service of my home, my country.
Your country, Thomas. Your country, my country. It's all one. All one, Thomas. All one.
So that in the midst of the searching of souls and the gnashing of teeth, the delegates of this convention, harried by the rash actions of a belligerent usurper and the radicals of his party, have stumbled into secession. Now, God knows I and many in this room have resisted it. But how could there be union with a section of the country that wants to impose its will through coercion? Now that Virginia confronts the armed might of the United States, we Virginians have determined that not one spot of her sacred soil be polluted by the foot of an invader. Now, in the memory of that great Virginian George Washington, who was first in the hearts of his countrymen, and calling also upon the memory of his own gallant father, General Lighthorse Harry Lee, this convention now calls upon Robert Edward Lee to take command of the armed forces of the Citizen Army of Virginia.
President, gentlemen of the convention, profoundly impressed by the solemnity of the occasion, for which I must say I was not prepared. I accept the position assigned me by your partiality. I would have much preferred had your choice fallen on an abler man. But trusting to Almighty God, an approving conscience, and the aid of my fellow citizens, I devote myself to the service of my native state, in whose behalf alone will I ever again draw my sword.